A while ago, I owned this GQ Patrol. It had a 3-inch lift, huge tires, and it was a very capable car off-road. So I thought, why not make the AU Falcon just as capable off-road as a GQ Patrol? Give it a 3-inch lift, put some big muddies on it, and put it to the test to see if you can really make an AU Falcon an off-road vehicle. You can't spell beautiful without AU.
3-inch lift kit.
3-inch lift kit.
All these patrol boys be putting barras in their patrols. Well, we basically have the barra's dad, the Intec.
Nice.
This AU is gonna have more flex than a 79.
Oh my god.
We have some new jet tags live at bankyspec.com. If you want to help support the channel and the builds, then head over there. We've got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and these new jet tags.
Oh.
No! We gotta test the flex on this thing, man. Do you reckon I'm gonna be able to get on top of that?
No.
We need to get more creative.
This is the whole point of having a shop.
So we can flex test an AU Falcon. Wait, Nathan's got a brick. Nathan, give me your brick.
Rexton wants your brick. What a concoction this is.
We have a ramp, and we have a brick, and then we have a Goodyear tire.
Yeah, you're on.
Mate, by the time we're done with this, we're gonna be flexing on the noobs.
There's a noise here. Oh, it's a relay.
So we got right into it, jacking up the AU Falcon with the squeakiest jack in the world. We then zapped all the wheel nuts off to see what we were working with. And for some reason, this car has lowering springs. Exactly the opposite of what we need. So we got the AU Falcon jacked up, and the plan is to add a 3-inch spacer on top of the struts. We got the lowering king springs, which is doing the opposite of what we need. We need these to be raised. Oh, everybody's out there lowering their AUs. We're here to raise it. We got a bit of a problem here, guys. Look at this. There are 4 AU Falcons in the workshop now. This is my worst nightmare. Anyway, we got to removing the strut. Just used a gun, zapped everything off. There's a bolt at the bottom, 3 bolts on the top. You got to disconnect some brake lines. Just undoing every single bolt that I see, because we'll worry about that later. We then finally got it out, and there's the lowering spring. Ow! There we go. This right here is an AU Falcon coilover, and what we're going to do is we're going to just put a 3-inch lift on this. So we need to make up something that's going to space this down 3 inches, and then we'll have that hectic, insane flex lift. We'll be out flexing crypto millionaires. That was such a bad joke. Got a metal pipe, some flat bar. We're ready to make a 3-inch lift kit. So the plan is to get a bar that sits on the bottom, has holes for each of these 3 studs, then weld the 3-inch pipe, make that about 3 inches, then put another bar on the top, and then we'll have our 3-inch spacer. Should be pretty simple, but we will have to put some reinforcements in to make sure that it's sturdy, because when we jump the car, we don't want it to break. But that 3-inch pipe fits perfectly, like a glove. Hello, Nathan. Subscribe to RexH. Subscribe. Watch all my videos.
Buy a jet tag.
Buy a jet tag.
See you, man.
That shit to make them all go dummy. Now I got baby, I want some from me. Don't like hoes when I told them that it's money, and I own my own bars just like it's always sunny.
So no fancy equipment here. We're just making a 3-inch lift kit with some metal from the scrapyard. I had to cut 2 of these out in order to make the spacer, and then I cut down the 3-inch pipe for the 3-inch lift. I made sure to measure everything to make sure that we're gonna lift this car 3 inches perfectly. Smoothed everything down on the sander, just making sure that we got everything nice and flat, and then we got to welding.
When I look around, got too many bros.
Ow! Can you
Like I'm running those bases.
So this is my plan for the 3-inch lift. I've been chopping up pieces all day, but we're gonna have this piece which is gonna go over the strut, then we're gonna have a spacer just like so, and then another piece of metal on the top to space out the strut. Hopefully that makes sense. This hole at the top I made for the bottom one, which was a mistake. I should have just left this flat. We'll improve that on the next version of this because we need to obviously do 2 sides. But after this, we should have a 3-inch spacer for the 3-inch lift. Keen.
To me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny.
So here is what I've come up with after about 2 days of mucking around. Here are our 3-inch spacers. We've got a plate on the top with 3 bolt holes for the strut and 3 bolt holes on the bottom for the top. Let's chuck them in the car. Here is our fitment. Lowered in the back, lowered in the front. Can still fit my shoe inside the wheel arch, but we should be able to fit much more in there when we're done. All right, here's a comparison of the old versus new. Have a look. This is the old King spring next to our shock with our spacer installed. Quite a big difference there. Yeah, I think we need to delete the sway bar. That's in the way, mate. Ugh, all over my eyeballs. Now I actually had to use the King spring shocks because the standard shocks, wherever they are, they wouldn't fit in with the 3-inch spacer. We still have the lowered springs, but the car is still gonna sit 3 inches up in the air. I'll put that to the test in a second. We just need to do the other side and then put this thing on the ground and see what it looks like. With everything now installed, it was now time to put the car on the ground. This was very, very exciting. What does it look like? Oh shit! Oh, hell yeah! Oh, bro, there's like no spring trouble. What the hell? Holy shit! Bro, we need bigger tires. That is definitely bigger than a 3-inch lift, I reckon. Let's drive this thing out and see what it looks like. Holy shit, dude. That looks crazy. Yeah, cool.
How did it feel, drive?
It was fine, but as I left, it scraped on the bottom.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know what's scraped, but we're like this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're low riding.
Oh, I hit one.
All right, so we have successfully lifted the AU Falcon 3 inches. Look, I can almost...
3-inch head.
Can almost fit my head in there. It definitely passes the shoe test.
Oh no.
It passes the door test.
Careful of my door, man.
It passes the broom test. Let's see if it passes the Nathan test. Oh, dude! Let's see if it passes the Saloon test. Oh, fuck. No. So now we need to match the rear with the front. So I need to lift the rear 3 inches in the air. It seems like it's going to be a very difficult task because I've had a look. It looks like I have to do some more fabrication.
You're so old. Oh, another nipple.
Hang on. Anyway, so now we have to take the rear apart. I don't know how this is gonna go. So yeah, we're gonna jacket it up and then see what we need to do. So I began disassembling the rear of the AU Falcon. Oh my God. Now the original plan was to do what we did at the front, but in the rear, extend everything down, the spring, the shock. However, because a lot of time has passed, and this is why this video is filmed with no hoists in the shop, because this was actually filmed a few months ago, I came up with a better idea. We were gonna find some springs and shocks from the wreckers, and see if another car's suspension would work in the rear of an AU, but of course, with a 3-inch lift. Call me crazy, but I reckon this is gonna work. The other day I went to the wreckers and I walked around to have a look at some shocks and some springs that would match the rear of the AU Falcon so we could lift it 3 inches in the air. All right, so we are now at the wreckers. Got a tape measure and I'm gonna be looking for a car that I can use for its springs. So we walked around in the wreckers and then we found this car. The shock on this car was around 3 inches bigger than the shock on the AU Falcon. So here's the car that we'll be taking the shocks out of. This is it. I've calculated and measured that this shock is about 3 inches larger than the AU Falcon shock. So I can't even tell what car this thing is. I think it's a Corolla. Front end's not even on it. Yeah, who knows? Couldn't tell you, mate. But it seemed like this would work. So here's a quick comparison between the two shocks. Look at this. AU Falcon shock, Toyota Corolla Thingo shock, whatever the car is that I took it out from. It is about 3 inches bigger, which could mean a huge cook, baby. While we were at the wreckers, I also got some standard springs from another AU Falcon, as I couldn't find any other car that had the same width springs that would fit in an AU Falcon. But I've got a plan. Stock springs are gonna make this thing work. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld the old choppies that's in the AU currently, and I'm gonna weld them to these springs. So we're gonna weld some springs. Not too sure how that's gonna go. We got our shocks as well, which are bigger than the AU Falcon ones. And we finally have a hoist to work on. So this video has been filmed over a while. So we're gonna chuck it up on the hoist. If you didn't see the previous video, go check it out. We got a hoist installed. And this is a game changer for doing all sorts of modifications, including lifting your AU Falcon. All right, look at that. We have a massive exhaust leak right there. Another exhaust. This is just a crusty AU Falcon exhaust. Oh man. Oh my God, bro. This thing probably has seen some key bangs because that is not normal. Look at the holes in the muffler. No wonder it stinks. Very nice, very nice. This AU Falcon has chopped springs in the rear and we're gonna use those to our advantage. So I took the wheels off, had a look at everything, and the first thing we're gonna do is test fit some parts. We're gonna see if the shock actually fits in the AU Falcon. That's gonna be the big tester to see if I need to get new shocks or modify some shocks or where they mount. Let's have a look. Here it is, Toyota Corolla shock. I'm just gonna call it a Toyota Corolla. Look how much damn bigger this thing is. Holy moly. All right, here we go. Here's the shock. See if I can even get it in. It's in. It doesn't fit in a little hole here. It's a little too wide. So this is what I'm talking about. This is where the standard shock mounts, and you can see it's quite a bit thinner than this one's. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop this one down so that it's the same width. Look at that. So back to the angle grinder. We need to chop the Toyota Corolla shock down so it would fit where it mounts in the differential. It was literally like 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters. I needed to chop this down. So these basically do fit. Not bad. Look at that. That is ideal. That's one problem sorted. Now we have another issue. So this is the standard spring. It is quite large, but it compresses down quite a bit to give you the standard AU Falcon ride height. Disgusting, I know. Anyway, the problem is if we were to extend this spring and weld on another piece of the spring to this spring, then there's barely any room to get it in. Like, it only just fits in here. So I think that the sway bar is keeping tension on the suspension and keeping it all up. So we're gonna delete the sway bar. I think that's the only way. Looks like we're deleting all the sway bars on the AU Falcon. We needed to do this to the front, so we're gonna do it on the back. The sway bar's holding the diff all the way up so we can't slide a bigger spring in. So we're gonna throw it in the bin. Plus that'll enable this thing to have heaps of flex. This thing's gonna go hard. All right, so this is where we're at now. I am now going to weld the spring to the other spring. So here is the choppy that came out of the AU, and we are gonna weld it onto a wrecker's spring. Call me crazy, but I think this is gonna work fine. Mate, I know what you're thinking, but this has to work. This is my only option. I couldn't find anything at the wreckers and I don't want to spend any money, so we're welding springs to springs. So be it. You know what? Make a comment about it. I dare you. But guess what? It's already being done. So what's that gonna change? Anyway. This should work. All right, so here is the result of our welding. We have welded a choppy to a non-choppy. Get a close-up of those welds, fam. Look pretty good, huh? So I've now chopped the spring down a little bit. I've already tried to put it in. There is absolutely no way that I'm gonna be able to do this. Doesn't fit. So we are gonna take off the hand hard arm bolts. I think that's what they're called, because that's what's preventing the diff from coming down even more. We're gonna loosen those arms and then we're gonna drop the diff even more and then see if we can fit our spring inside. Surely. Oh. It's in there. Oh my God, dude. So proof of concept, it works. So I prepped the other spring, cleaned it up, welded it up together, and we're all good to go. The springs welded together goes in. We got the good old welded spring, shock from a Toyota Corolla, and now we're gonna put the wheels on and see where this thing sits. I'm a little bit worried about this being too high. We might have done like a 5-inch lift. I'm not too sure, but we're gonna find out in a second. Let's lower the car and see what happens, shall we? Oh God, hope the spring doesn't crack. And touchdown. Oh no, oh. Holy moly. The car is now on the ground. Holy crap, no way. Oh my God, that is way too high. That kind of matches the front. Oh my God, I feel so high up in the air. Oh my God, what the hell? Nathan has arrived.
Well, first of all, I can already see it peeking over the white one, so you've done something.
Are you ready for this?
All right, I've seen the front before.
Oh,
That turned out really good. Holy sh!
Corolla shocks and some welded springs. The shocks work though.
That's going through more oil than it is fuel.
We got the AU Falcon out of the shop now. 3-inch lift, baby. Look at the clearance. Oh geez, we only have a few lug nuts on. That's all right, man. This thing is an absolute weapon. Look how easy it is now to get in it. Mate. Chilling. Look at this, guys. Everything works so well. There's no droop in the suspension. Like, the shocks actually work well. We have, we've got an off-road AU, baby.
What was that?
Stay tuned for part 2. We're gonna make this thing crazy.